All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Brees throwing on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Brees. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brees. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, 52 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Bortles throwing on second down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now Bortles eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Hey, hold it.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 24 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected. But they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to look deep down the... Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, 37 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Here we go.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
36.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A give. This is Kamara. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now this time, Breeze will throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
0-2.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Jacksonville, Charles, is a team that you and I have talked about a lot this year because there was all that anticipation coming into the season on the heels of 2017, but the first half of the year was just not kind to them, and they entered their bye week on a 4-game losing skid. Blake Bortles in and out of the lineup. Leonard Fournette out of the lineup. I don't know what to make of 2018 for this team.
Yeah, I don't either. They moved Dante Fowler Jr. to Los Angeles in a trade at the deadline, but I still feel like there's something there. This team is too talented to be in this type of a skid. And apart from games with the Steelers and the Texans, schedule is favorable on the back end. Let's see if guys like Calais Campbell can lead them back to some of the success they had in 2017.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Omaha. Mike 39, Lucy.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Bortles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. That's it. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, thinking ahead, Charles, quickly to Week 11, that game, Kansas City and L.A. down in Mexico City, that's going to be fun. But Philly and New Orleans, that's going to be a heck of a game.
It certainly is because Philadelphia is the defending Super Bowl champs. But guess what? They're not seen as the equal of New Orleans in 2018. This could be a statement game for them. And how about the way the teams picked their uniforms for this one? Did you hear this story?
Yeah, a little golf competition between the head coaches.
Yeah, Doug Peterson, Sean Payton. I guess it was the third hole of their golf match, and whoever won that hole got to pick the jerseys.
And Peterson won, so he will pick the uniforms for that contest.
How about that one?
This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Again, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. We got 21.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready. Yellow lady.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
21.
On 1st down, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Breeze again. And Watson has it right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Breeze now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Jaguars getting set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Lucy.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot.
Here we go.
And it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw. That's caught at the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, 59 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And the defense loses him. It's complete. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing now is Bortles. On the move to his left. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Kamara, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Easy.
They run it again with Kamara. And some space here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Kill.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Good set. 0-2. Sammy.
Running with Kamara. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Easy. 36. Sammy, Sammy! Two.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. We're good. 5-4, ready.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
21.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One final try here for Breeze. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.